Hello people, this is the Geekzoid, and today I'm reviewing a product sent to me by a company called Geek Buying. Now before I begin, Geek Buying are not sponsoring this video, so this is an unbiased and honest review. All of my video reviews are unbiased and honest. This particular device is a media player manufactured by the company called Tronsmart. I will put a link to their website underneath this video so you can check them out. And basically what this is, it's a Android box. Basically it connects to your TV and it allows your TV to access an Android environment whereby you can install apps and games and access the internet and even install Kodi to it. It can also convert old TVs, like the old large plasma screen TVs which weren't smart enabled. It can essentially make them smart enabled. And it can also make your smart TVs a little bit better by giving them Android access. Now, this was sent to me, again, as I mentioned, by a company called Geek Buying. And Geek Buying is a professional and reliable online shop established in 2012. Which specializes in selling electronics, mainly TV boxes, smartphones, tablets, and car DVRs, and other kinds of gadgets, includes 14 main categories with over 10,000 items. As the name implies, Geek Buying is loved by tons of geek fans from all around the world. Now, I've just basically read this off their slogan to their website, and I'll also link their website in the video description below this video. So without further ado, let's have a look at the box and have a look at the specifications of this particular device. Looking at the front of the box, this is a 4K media player, which means if you have a 4K capable TV, this device will be able to stream full 4K content to your TV. Looking at the back of the box, this device has a quad-core 64-bit ARM processor clocked at 2 GHz per core. It has a dedicated GPU, an ARM Mali 450. It has 2 GB of DDR3 memory. I would like 3 GB, but 2 GB is good enough. It has 16 GB internal storage, which is expandable. It supports all the standard video, audio, and picture formats, and all of them are listed. I won't go into them in detail. It has latest wireless connectivity of 802.11 at 2.4 GHz as well as 5 GHz. Its interfaces are 3 standard USB 2.0 ports, 1 standard HDMI output, 1 SD card slot for expanded storage, 1 SATA interface, which I haven't seen in many Android boxes, which allows you to connect a hard drive for even further storage. It has 1 SPDIF output for audio. It has 1 local area network interface of 1000 megabytes for Ethernet cable connection, which I do recommend. And it has 1 DC in. It runs on 12 volts and it's running on Android 5.1. Okay, on to the unboxing with my trusty knife. I'm going to remove the shrink wrap which is on this item first. So while I do that, I can't really comment on the service of Geek Buying as I haven't really ordered anything from them. Although this particular item came very well packaged by them and it was delivered fairly quickly considering it was coming from China. So off with the shrink wrap. Okay, it's got some sort of sleeve around it. I'm gonna take it out of the sleeve. Let's see if I can push this. See if I can push it out. Okay, as you can see, the presentation is pretty good by Tronsmart. It's a logo on the box. It's very well packaged, and I can assure you it won't be damaged in transit. Very well packaged by Tronsmart. Okay, let's see if I can get this box open. Okay, as you can see, the item is here. It's got a logo on it, Tronsmart logo at the front. It's got like a rough plastic texture at the top, and it's got a rubber under texture. As you can see on one side, it's got an SD expansion slot with two USB 2.0 ports. See if I can focus my camera. Okay, turning this around, on the other side I can see another USB 2.0 port, one HDMI output, an Ethernet cable, an optical output, and power adapter. And on the other side I can see the SATA port to connect hard drives. Underneath it's got a very nice rubber texture underneath, plenty of grip, so I won't be moving around on a table. Okay, let's put this aside. As you can see, it's got a user manual. Tronsmart user manual here, a couple of pages long, seems sufficient. Let's remove this outer box. Now we've got nice compartments here. We've got a power adapter here, AC adapter with 3-pin prong for United Kingdom sockets. That's very nice. Feels a bit plasticky. We've got a HDMI cable here for the connecting it to your TV. So you connect one end to the Android Tronsmart box and the other end to your TV. And here is the supplied SATA cable, which is has a power connection to it as well as a SATA connection. Very nice that they provided this cable with it. And lastly, we've got a remote here. It's in a nice shrink wrap. Let's get this thing open. The remote is got a plastic texture to it, and it's got very nice rubber buttons, very nice soft feel to them, and good feedback on the buttons themselves. Let's see if it's got battery supplied. No battery supplied. I believe it takes AAA batteries, 2 of them. And that's the unboxing. Okay, now on to the installation. Before I go on, I just need to inform you of my setup. You're currently looking at my TV, which is an LG 4K capable TV. Now underneath this TV directly is a TV stand. The Tronsmart box is placed on the TV stand right next to my router. Now the installation was fairly straightforward. I connected the power cable to the Tronsmart box. I then connected the HDMI cable to the TV on the Tronsmart box, and I connected the Tronsmart box to the internet via an Ethernet cable, which is connected between my router and the Tronsmart box. And I do recommend, if you are going to set this up as a media device, that you try to use the strongest connection available, and that is a direct connection through an Ethernet cable. Now when we switch on the device, this is the first screen that is displayed, and this is more or less the home screen. As you can see, is fairly straightforward and simple menus here: online video, recommended, music, apps, etc. Very colorful layout, and the video quality is very nice. I don't know what it's streaming at. We'll have a look at what sort of settings it's being displayed, and we'll also have a look at what it comes, or what applications come shipped with the actual box. Okay, looking at the settings and looking at the network, first of all I'm just going to see if it recognizes I have connected by Ethernet. Yes, as you can see, Ethernet is connected and Wi-Fi is not connected. And you do have the option available if you do want to connect through your Wi-Fi. Looking at the display, I can see here at default it's running at 4K 2K SMPTE, which I believe is a 4K resolution to my screen. So now we know that the HDMI cable is a HDMI 2.0 cable capable of transferring 4K resolution. As you can see on the other resolutions, it has many other resolutions at different hertz. Going back, we have other options here: sound, storage, date and time, language, etc. Accessibility, more settings. It also has location and security settings on there. It has remote settings. Now these remote settings, if you're connecting a third-party remote Now, the remote that comes with this device isn't that good. Now, you can connect third-party remotes that you buy, from Amazon, and I'll link a remote down in the video description for you to see that. Looking at the apps, I can see it's got Gallery with it. It's got Gmail. It's got the Google settings to set up your Google account. It's got Google Plus. It's got the Google Map app. It's got a media center player. It's got you can play games on it. It's got the Google Photo Viewer. It's got Netflix bundle with it. Another music player, a movie player. It's got Miracast if you want to transmit to another TV. It's got a Play Store, phone settings, backup, and update. So if you want to update the device, you'll click on that. And it even comes shipped with Kodi and YouTube. Let's have a look at this version of Kodi. Let's click on this and I'll open it up. As you can see, it loads up a Kodi, which is really nice that it comes shipped with its own version of Kodi. As you can see, this Kodi is pretty bare bones. But if you look and follow my tutorials on how to set up Kodi on a Windows PC, you can more or less follow those instructions and get Kodi set up on this Android box using, the repository files that I have on my tutorial videos. That's pretty much it. Going through the menus, everything seems to run nice and smoothly. There isn't any jittering or any slowdown with the device. And I haven't shown it on this particular video, but I have played some games on the Tronsmart Android box, and it hasn't struggled in playing any of the titles that I played through it, and I have played several games, Clash of Clans, etc. Okay, on to the conclusion of what I think about this Tronsmart Vega S95. First of all, I think it's very easy to install and to get it running on a TV. Also, it's very powerful. Now, I threw everything I could at it. I played several games, I went through several menus, and it runs nice and smooth without any sort of slowdown. Secondly, what I like about it is that it does come with a HDMI cable. Now, you'll be surprised how many devices of this kind don't come with a HDMI cable. So it's quite nice that Tronsmart shipped the cable with the box. Also, a unique feature is the SATA cable. Now, not only do you get SD expandable storage, but you can now connect a hard drive and play files from a hard drive through the Tronsmart box to your TV. If I took a hypothetical situation, say you've got a hard drive with all your favorite Blu-ray movies installed onto it, you can plug the hard drive onto this box and then play it in all its glory through to your TV. Which comes to another point, it is 4K compatible and it does stream at 4K, which is a plus point. What I don't like about the device is the remote. Now, although the remote is basic and does serve its function, it is a little bit too basic. Now, there are many remotes that you can get online, and I will link an Amazon link down in the video description to a remote which I bought with this device to make my life a little bit easier. It's a remote which has a little mouse pad on it. Now, what you do is you connect the receiver into a USB 2.0 port on this device, and you switch on the remote, and it makes life a lot easier. It's got a full keyboard on there, and it makes typing and surfing the web a lot easier. Overall, I think it's a very good device. It hasn't suffered from any temperature issues. The presentation and the packaging was very good. Another point, what I would have liked to have seen in the package was an Ethernet cable. Now, I do understand that many people who buy these kind of devices would likely connect the device via Wi-Fi, but for an optimum experience, I believe a direct connection is the best connection, as it gives you the fastest type of connection available, and especially if you're using Kodi, a fast connection is essential really for nice smooth streaming, so an Ethernet cable would be nice. And overall, I think it's a very good device. Now, if I was to give it out of 10 points, I would give it an 8 out of 10. And that's it really. Um, please, if you want to see more content like this in the future, please subscribe, like if you like the video, dislike if you dislike the video, and let me know in the comments below what sort of future videos you'd like to see going forward. Thank you for watching and have a good day.